I'm back. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Alex Sigrist from the channel aptly titled Alex Sigrist, and it's another Alex Uncut every Wednesday, 9 p.m., 8 a.m. Ohio time, Columbus, Ohio. What's up, my hometown? And we get questions from the previous week. Someone chooses 3 of them for me. I hear them. I choose one of them and give you a long-form answer with all the knowledge I can muster or whatever's in my mind at the time, and I'll answer the last 2 at the end. So that's how we do it. Very simple, impromptu, uncut, no edits, all that kind of stuff. So go ahead and please leave a question for next week at the bottom, because that's how this thing keeps going. That's basically it. There's a fly in here. That's going to be fun to not pay attention to. So this week I got questions and screenshot of them and sent it to a listener, a subscriber, who I talked to on Instagram quite a bit. So thank you, 7th, for helping out there. I sent him the pictures and he has just chosen 3 of them for me. So I'm going to go ahead and start off with... First one he chose: would you have the courage to continue to do what you love even if you never receive recognition or praise? Why or why not? Thank you. Number 2, was the moon landing real or fake? Number 3, I think he just chose his own question for the 3rd one, because it's not on, I don't think this was on. Anyway, if you could be a superhero, what would it be? Who and what powers? Well, I already know which one I would want to answer long form, so let's just go ahead and jump into it, right? Would you have the courage to continue doing what you love, even if you never receive recognition or praise? Why or why not? That's from Peaceful Minji. Go ahead and cue that music change after. Hashtag feed the narcissism. Make sure to give this video a like. Let's go on and get to it. Cue the music. Whew. Would we have the courage to do what we love if nobody supported us? That's a difficult question. Because in today's age, we are encouraged to go out and find our passion and find what we love as the impending recession comes upon us, which will be here in a year or 2, I suppose. We're going to be faced with a couple of tough decisions. Do we continue doing what we love, or do we take a nice, fine, stable job if we can keep it, if we can find it, if we're lucky enough to get one? I have to deal with this question a lot. I love what I do. I work in radio, I work in TV, I work in this internet world, right? I get to do what I love doing. And you might think I'm crazy, but I love being in front of a camera. It gives me like this kind of ridiculous rush to be able to speak in front of people and not know what to say, what's the next word coming. I could do a speech in front of 10,000 people and it would make me excited. I'd be thrilled. I'm doing what I love and I want to keep doing it. Were there times where I was not really encouraged by other people to keep going? Plenty. My family probably didn't know what I was doing. My sister, by the way, always supportive. She always said yes, even when she shouldn't have. Like, keep going, follow your dreams. But you don't always get that from your family and friends back at home. They ask questions like, what's your real plan? When are you going to get a job? When are you going to go ahead and get a stable income? You want to raise a family? You can't raise a family with that kind of lifestyle. You hear this all the time, and you start to lose that. Recognition aside, it's not just recognition and praise, it's encouragement. It's all the above, because by the way, when they don't encourage you, they definitely don't recognize your achievements or praise you at all. And it hurts and it stings, and that really stung in my early 20s, mid-20s, when I was deciding to live in Korea longer than 1 year. I decided to live here multiple years and go to grad school here, and then eventually get into radio and TV here, and it was kind of a risky choice, but it was my choice, and I loved it. I never wanted to go back home, but I always questioned what I was doing. I ended up taking a job for 6 months that I wasn't really that fit for, but I did okay. And I guess I can speak a little bit on how I was able to continue past all those struggles of people not supporting you and not giving you recognition and praise, because I went through that. Look, I was a YouTuber in the beginning too, and my first video was awful, horrible, embarrassed. And yet people supported me, but they always support you in the beginning. Just like when someone says, I'm gonna start training for a marathon. Everyone's like, yay! And guess what happens after you start training for a marathon? You just start training. And people don't cheer you on until the end of the race. But in that meantime, you are learning, you are getting stronger, and you're getting faster, but nobody's recognizing you for going out on a Tuesday night and running 10 kilometers or miles, depending if you're American or not, whatever. They just don't. They don't continue to... You are on your own for a lot of this journey. And this is important for one major reason. It's because when you are on that journey and you're only running 10 kilometers on a Saturday night and people are telling you, why aren't you drinking with us anymore? Dude, it's just one night. Your marathon's in 3 months. Get over it. It's fine. When you're doing that, here's a real truth, though. As much as I was kind of like, forget the haters right now, forget them. The real truth of the matter is you are not ready to run that full marathon yet. Real truth. I am not good enough to be a 1 million subscriber YouTube channel as much as I would love to be that tomorrow. I'm not good enough. I want to be there tomorrow, today, but we're not good enough. We're in the training stages. Knowing that has helped me to continue moving along. That is what keeps me going. What we need is a plan. As you run a marathon and train for it and everything, you have a plan from day 1 to 6 months, how many miles you run on each day and how much time you rest, all that stuff. That's what keeps people who run marathons going when they're training for a marathon. They have their plan. They know people aren't going to support them in that middle. They got to keep going. They're not good enough in the middle if it's their first time. But once they get to that final race day, they are ready to shine and get that sub 4-hour marathon. That's the way that I look at what I'm doing right now. I am not ready to be Conan O'Brien or Stephen Colbert on a late night show right now. That is an eventual talent I would love to have, to be able to speak like that and to have an audience and react to their laughter and to interview people who are smarter than me and get information out of them. I want those skills, but I am just honestly not there yet. I mean, I don't have to tell you that. Look at me. Look at me. I'm not. Steve Colbert is a freaking legend, in my books. But when you have a plan, you're able to have people say, you're not good enough yet. Well, they say you're not good enough. And I hear, you're not good enough yet. That's what I hear. When someone discourages you or says a mean comment or you don't get enough people watching your videos, it's important to know that you're not good enough yet. And if you have a plan, you are able to go ahead and ignore the haterades or add a yet to the end of all those comments. You're not healthy enough yet to run a marathon. You're not good enough yet to interview top celebrities in Korea. You're not good enough yet to achieve your goals. Adding that yet is important, and having a plan allows you to add that yet. What's your goal? What's your end game? Where do you want to be? The other thing that you have to do, this is the part 2, I suppose, is that you have to have a community. I built a community here in Korea with my friends and even friends of friends. We've got this community here, and for those of us who do have a long-term plan, we've still stuck around, and we encourage each other to keep going and keep pumping out videos, even though you've got to finish this big project of 100 videos for a company that you still haven't finished that yet, and you're still burning out, but you get encouragement when someone says, hey, looking forward to your video tonight, can't wait to see it, and it's getting late, but I need to do it. I have both the things you need to be able to keep going when you're not getting recognition and when you're not getting praise. I've got a community, and I've got a plan where I know I can get better at something, whatever I'm doing, whatever my goal is. You need a plan, you need a community. And just to make sure I answered that, if you never receive recognition or praise, if I change the world for the better and I never receive recognition or praise, that's good enough by me. I'm totally fine with that. I'm going to continue to have my community and my plan to keep me going and try to change the world one video at a time. That is so cheesy. I can't end on that. But why not? I'll get better. How's that? What do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Are you struggling with someone telling you that you're not good enough yet, or you're not getting enough views and likes on your videos, and not enough people have seen what you've produced or heard you sing or told you that you're good enough? Don't worry. Maybe we're not good enough, or maybe we are and people haven't seen it yet, but they will. As long as we keep going, follow the plan. Agree, disagree, I want to know, because I want to grow too. This is a community, like, this is the community we're building. Look at the comments down below. These are the people that are positive and supportive, and I love reading every single comment and trying to respond to every single one. Be a part of this community. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, and continue with this positivity that I try to bring every video. Cool? You down with that? And by the way, speaking of support, you know what to do. Hashtag feed the narcissism, because it's part of the support that we give each other. What else am I supposed to do? I got 2 questions, right. Was the moon landing, where was it? Moon landing fake or real? Real or fake? I actually think the moon landing was real. 2 reasons. Number 1, I generally believe scientists, because scientists don't have an agenda. They don't make enough money to be like, I'm going to rule the world. I tend to agree scientists over most people. But also number 2, I don't think the government is smart enough to hide that for so long. I figure like actual documents would have leaked, not just like a little document, like big documents would have already leaked and we'd have found out it was fake. I think it was real. That's my reasoning. Government's not smart enough to hide it, and scientists are pretty cool people. Number 2, if you can be a superhero, what would that be? Who and what powers? I want to fly, but I don't want to be Superman because I think he's kind of cheesy. But that's just me. So, you know, I want to fly. Super Alex or something, save the world and help people, but flying so I can, like, see the world and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Flying is awesome. That's all. I don't need a reason. You know what to do. Leave a comment if you have something you want to say to me. Say it to my face down below in the comment section. And of course, questions for next week. Please don't forget, because that's what drives this Wednesday corner every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Korea time. Go ahead and leave that comment. How am I supposed to end this? I think we're good, right? You guys did all the steps already. Like, hashtag blah, blah, blah. Let's go ahead and leave it with, this is as real as it gets. Alex Uncut. Oh, I can't even do my own ending right. I am out of here. This is Alex Uncut. As real as it. This is too late now. It's too late now. You can't even. Oh, what's the point? What's the point?